Hello everybody, welcome back to the dumbest modeling channel on all of YouTube, Pit Stain Hobbies. I'm your host Slimer, and we are in the moist underbelly of the Firehouse's sub-basement. We're back onto the awesome Fanhome Ghostbusters Ecto-1 model, issue 18 here. I miss working on the Ecto. They got a few partworks going these days, so you know, it feels like it's been a minute. We've got our normal manual. We're gonna start with stage 63. But yeah, we got all the fun stuff. We're gonna build the latitude, longitude processors, sound reproducer, thingamabobbers into the back of the cabin there, and then we got more things and parts and stuff going on with, yeah, there we go. We're gonna put this aside because I'm using the myecto1.com build site from my buddy Todd, who has fantastic instructions and commentary and details on personalizing your model to your liking with a few minor simple touches or aftermarket parts sometimes, but you know, we're not really covering that. We're just gonna build her as is for the most part. Wink wink, nod nod, Bob's your uncle. Okay, there we go. We're gonna take out our stage 63 parts. Okay, are there any screws in here? Oh, there they are. Right under the tray. Everyone was like, the screws are under there, you idiot. I am an idiot. That's why some people like watching me. But yeah, I'm sort of like, I don't know if, I've looked at my audience demographics, and I know some of you have seen the show back in the day, the cooking show, Jan Can Cook. And he goes, yeah, if Jan can cook, so can you. I mean, he sounded like that. I'm not making fun of anything. But, you know, I really enjoyed that show. And Jan could cook very well. And I learned quite a few things from Mr. Jan. And there we go. So we got these little boxes. And these little things. And this little thing. There we go. And some screws. And you kind of, I think everyone, the suspense is palpable, but I think we all know where this is going. We are going to start screwing some screws in. So where's my preferred, there we go. We just need a little skinny guy. We don't need some big honking meaty boy to do these. But yeah, we're gonna, one of these goes here. There's a little pin, it goes in a little hole. I'm going to take a little screw and do the good stuff. There we go. Get that one in there. Magnetizing your screwdrivers, strongly recommended. Put that one in there. Boop. See, even I can screw this up. Even with a magnetized screwdriver. I'm just, there we go. Who can screw up at putting in a screw? This guy. That sounds like the Department of Redundancy department to me. And let's scroll a little more in his instructions. We got a couple of these two little parts. Now this is the back of the part. That's the front of the part. So these two are going to go right on to these two little rectangle-y spots here. We're going to get a couple more screws in those, and I'll be right back. Okay, we got screws in there and there, holding these guys in. And we're going to take this one, and the little black windowy parts are facing back. And uno más screw, por favor. There we go. I'm pretty sure YouTube will do subtitles, but I don't know if it could translate my rantings into multiple languages on its own without some help. So, oh, I gotta go get the interior. Oh, kids, we're gonna need a bigger boat. Okay. One sec. Here we go. We're up. I'm walking. Ow. Walked a lot today. I'm in a little bit of pain. Oh, I climbed a really tall ladder today. Crazy stuff happened at work today. I climbed a 25-foot metal safety caged ladder. And my wife was like, honey, I don't want you doing that anymore. And if anyone's ever seen me climb a ladder, you would probably say the same thing as my wife. We're going to take this doobly-doo And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 little recesses there, and it's just going to sit right down in there. We don't need any 3-in-1 oil. I found out my little pump, now it's in my Amazon links, my Amazon affiliate store thing, bobber, and I'd say below about 60, 65 degrees, 3-in-1 oil does not like to pump out of this thing. So I strongly suggest maybe get a coffee cup warmer, and if you're working in a very cold environment, put this on it for a couple minutes. Check it every now and then to make sure you're not melting the plastic. But you might need to do that. We're going to take 4 more screws and put them into the likely suspect holes here, and I will return momentarily. All right, well, that's all done and in there. Nice. There we go. And we got 64 here. Always keep your Jimmy hat on your X-Acto knife when you're not using it, and a zip tie so it doesn't roll away. I don't care if you have one of those ones with like a triangular or flat or whatever, kind of some shapy handle. Nothing works better than a zip tie to keep your X-Acto knife from rolling around on you. Nothing more dangerous than a rogue X-Acto knife. Okay, that's all the bits out of there. See, they're not consistent. This one, the screw packs are in the clamshell, and last time they were under the clamshell, and it's just so weird. I don't know why I don't know, a lack of I guess it's like kind of my OCD, like inconsistent packaging systems. Look, we've got things. We got this little guy that goes like over here, and we got this little guy that goes over here. Little is, it's had a couple of like household or commercial grade like power outlets in it. They were just kit bashing the crap out of this car. We've got our floor rails for our Gurney, and oh dear, did the camera pick that up? I'll find out in the comments. Someone will just say, yeah, it picked it up, just assuming I farted. I did. But otherwise, at least I didn't burp. Don't want to anger the Germans. Oh, your oral flatulence. Oh, no. Okay, we got some OP, some IP, and some AP screws. We're used to those. We have our big screw organizer. Yeah, it smells like one of my bulldogs was down here. Sorry about that, everybody. Sorry, children. Let's see what we do now. We're gonna get this little box in place. Now, this little box, it's a little plain, and everyone will be like, oh, you know, it's not quite accurate to the restored movie car. You are never gonna see this damn thing again. But if you so wish, and you have your Ecto displayed on something where you can see it from both sides, and you're gonna open both doors, and you'll be able to see it sitting right here, then go ahead, and I'd say, just, you know, I'm just gonna add a little, so this is not necessarily correct, but I'm gonna just add a few silver dots on the tips of a couple of these knobs with my Sharpie. Just what the hell. It took no time. And we're gonna put her into place here, and you can see these 2 screw holes. And we're gonna just get her in place. Oh no, wait a second. Does it go this way? Yes. Yes, that's how it goes, right like that. So you want it, careful, Ian, you want it kind of just sitting on the floor there, pretty much, and lined up with those 2 holes, and we're gonna get a couple of AP screws in there. I'll be right back. All right, well, that is screwed in from behind with 2 AP screws. Now we're gonna take this little fella, and the hollow part we're gonna face back, and we're gonna put in those 2 holes, and we're gonna flip her upside down, and we're gonna get 2 more AP screws. Get out of the way, wires. We're gonna get 2 more APU screws. Yes, no, AP screws in there, and I will return shortly. Okay, that little fella's screwed in now. Nice. Okay, time for some Gurney rails. Fit one of the Fanhome Washington Model 22 Gurney floor rails to this location. Yes, I love Todd's just detail and minutia. It's so nice because I finally know what the hell those things are called. It's awesome. We're gonna use the raised lip of this floor rail is closer to the left interior panel. So these like raised lips, one's gonna be facing out, one's gonna be facing in, and vice versa on the other side. That's how we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna use 5 OP screws on the outside. We've got a lot of OP screws in here. So let's get our little wire bundle kind of tucked out of the way, and we'll get these installed. And it's going to basically be the same thing 4 times in a row. Oh, that screw. Oh, we need a pH 0 screwdriver for these for the right fit. Oh, come on. There we go. And I'm going to say, make sure you keep your holes aligned and just leave it loose enough so that you can rotate it a bit on the first screw. Then you're going to get a second screw in here, and that will lock it in place. And you do the same thing for all 4 rails, and we'll be right back. Okay, so with all our bits bolted in, the last part of this stage is to bolt the dashboard in. I love this dashboard. I really do. It's badass. What we want to do is we can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4 holes up top here, and there are corresponding holes in the dashboard. And we're gonna just make sure our wires are out of the way. And if you've happened to install the carpets from Mike Lane Mods, you will possibly need to press a little bit on these. And no, I need my pH 1 screwdriver. I'm going to get the first screw started up top here. And we'll get another one in there. Yeah, push forward a little bit if you have something creating a stacking tolerances issue, as I do, which are these lovely supple. How about that word? I've said moist and supple in the same video. Somebody's got to be triggered. I swear. If that hasn't set off somebody, people have these like weird triggers of vocabulary where if you say a word, they kind of go, man, no. Now we've got to put 2 screws here and 2 on the opposite side right there, IP screws, and we will be right back. Be very careful. Do not set this thing upside down. Be careful with this little the spotlight control handle. That thing snaps off easier than I snap when I get an email from a certain customer at work. We want to get these in. Oh, well, I won't be right back. I'm just gonna keep yammering away since I don't think this will be a super long video. But yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I'm not gonna have this thing done in time for Wonderfest. I'm a little on the fence about bringing partworks models to Wonderfest. Okay, let me. I feel like something just flew off. I'm a little on the fence about that. Like, are they? Oh, it was the screw. I don't know. It's kind of like, okay, so you might have to flex out a little bit. Oh, Jesus, Ian. I'm doing this like southpaw now. Now, you gotta just push it around until the screw grabs. There we go. A little on the fence about bringing partworks models to Wonderfest. Although last year somebody did bring a Diagostini slash Fanhome Millennium Falcon to Wonderfest, and it was cool. And I immediately was like, oh, that's the partwork. And there's our dashboard installed. How cool is that? Our interior is pretty much basically done, minus a couple little things I'm going to do here. You'll see them at the end of the video. But yeah, there we go. Got our little things in there, and our little boxy there, all there, and our little gurney rails, and our dashboard, and some of our previously mildly updated bits and pieces here. Yeah, just message me if you're interested. I know the source. There we go. Not cheap and quite a long wait, but just be aware. We'll be right back. We've got, I just hit my Hederium shuttle that is going to Wonderfest. We've got 2 more just piles of wires now. So I'll be back after I read these instructions like 7 times because I'm a complete mouth-breathing moron. 1 sec. Well, that's embarrassing. I was unpacking stage 65 and discussing the giant spaghetti jungle intimidating octopus of wires and going over some other things, and my whole PC just crashed out like toast. Unexpected, unwanted, but there we are. That's what we got. Okay, so we've cut open stage 65 and started untangling the main PCB. Oh boy, this car is massively long. So I mean, this is probably mostly stuff that goes to the front of the car, and then this stuff goes to the back. But oh my, oh boy. Okay, that crash was concerning. I don't know. Hope my computer's not taking a poop. I just built the thing last year. Well, it would stink. We got some more little jumper wires here. We got a little speaker. Who knows which way is which. But yeah, we got this little tiny speaker. I actually have a, hold on a second. It's only because I'm using the, I guess, infamous ghost board. A lot of people ordered it. Not everybody got it. So these look the same, but this is an 8 ohm 0.5 watt. This is an 8 ohm 2 watt. I got these on like Amazon, like a 4-pack of them or a 5-pack of them for like $10. I am going to transfer this wire harness over to this board, to this speaker, I think, because it's more better, according to people. And they say, yes, they. So we'll do that. But we got some wires, we got some screws, and let's see what these instructions say to do. I need to get the whole chassis over here. Okay, great. Let's do that. Let me get the body out of the way. Where do I put this giant body? I got it. It'll go on top of the Millennium Falcon box. That's not the partwork. It's the oh my god, the Bandai Perfect Grade Falcon. I'm going to be starting a group build on that with the Hobby Time Modelers group on Wednesdays. Every Wednesday night, we're going to, 6 of us, all building Perfect Grade Falcons. That will be very cool. Okay, the computer just noticed I have some unused printers. Would I like to remove them? Could you leave me alone when I'm working, computer? This is very heavy. And this little speaker should just fit right in there like that. Perfect. The circuit board's going to go over here also. We do have some extra power leads here from you know where, you know what. So we got to put this sucker down. All of the photos on the website I'm looking at for the circuit board, the wires are different looking colors. But we do have a bundle of mostly red wires on this side going there. So that's where we're gonna bolt this down. Oh God, I hope my oil pumps. Do I have oil in here? I do have some oil in here. I've realized if this isn't warm enough, it doesn't like to pump oil out of the container. Yep, figured that out right after I ordered a replacement because it wasn't pumping out. Okay, screws. We need 4 EM screws to bolt this down to these 4 posts right here. So I'm gonna get those dipped in oil and screwed in. I'll be right back. Alrighty, after a little peeing my pants, I'm not saying I just washed the floor with half a can of beer. No, not me. No, never. I don't know what I don't know if I need this thing. We're gonna hook our main power lead up to our main board, and at this point, I now have a problem because my aftermarket is black to red and red to black, and that is not good. That is very not good. Maybe I need this thing. I don't know. Red to black and black to red. I don't know. Let me see. Let me put this back in here. Nope, that's backwards too. Help. Be right back. Oh no, it's 9:30 at night. No help is to be had. Not sure what to do here. I don't want to reverse polarity this and fry it because that would be bad. So we're not going to hook this up just at this moment. I'm just going to leave this. I'm just going to leave this here, and we will use a test lead from our 5-volt power supply. Right over here, the happiest power supply in all of YouTube. When we get to that point, we are, however, going to where the hell is it? Plug in the speaker, and we did just swap over the solder leads to that 2-watt speaker. And this is not even going to plug in here when I'm done. I mean, later on, like that's not how it's going to work. But for anyone building it stock, this is how it works. And we just plug her in, plug her into this little harness. Make sure you line up your pins. Don't force it. Okay. She'll call the authorities, and your life will never be the same. There we go. We're going to get that on there. And then we're going to get this little brackety doohickey on here. And we're going to just place that on top and over these 2 posts. And then we need 2 of these QM screws. And we're going to oil those up and send those home to those 2 holes. I'll be right back. Okay, now that we've got the speaker screwed down there, we're going to take all of our shorter wires and try to route them so they don't go over other wires. I'm trying to get the maximum amount of reach out of all these, and then shove them behind this bracket here, one at a time. Work them in there. They'll fit. I saw it on the internet. Quite literally. But and all of these wires are going to come out, and it is going to be a conflagration of, speaking of which, we should probably unplug this little speaker guy and get that wire out of here for now, and then plugged back in here so that we can have clearance later. There we go. I have a little more clearance for these wires to get down nearer to the floorboards, but that's what you want to do. Shove them in there. If you have any auxiliary wiring from a power mod, then that you can also route through that area and make it even more cramped. Oh lordy! And then all of the longer wires, those are going to ignore the power mod wire, but all of these. Oh son of a! I missed one. See? There we go. And see, I was trying to get them. Now you can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to scoot it underneath these other wires so that they go above, and this goes below. And there we go. Get that one down there. And now all we have is the really long ones, and they're all gonna come up here, and then they're gonna fly out this opening at some point. So this is just a giant, massive bundle of wiring. It's like the size of a car's real wire harness. I mean a 1/1 scale wiring harness almost. It's a little crazy. We gotta, we're gonna tape it down. So they want us to tape it down onto the floor next to the transmission tunnel like this. So I'm gonna get some electrical tape out. I know it comes with tape. I don't really, not a huge fan of this stuff. I don't know how well it sticks. We'll try it. What the hell? Let's see if it actually sticks. Eagle moss tape. I mean, Fanhome didn't pick the tape. They didn't spec the tape. The previous company did. Oh, this feels horrible. Let's see. I mean, it's just electrical tape. I don't think I'll get in trouble for complaining about the quality. It's not even electrical tape. It's literally just tape. It's like if Scotch tape was black. That's all. So we just tape her down. There we go. Who's really watching these videos anyway, right? I don't know. A couple people. They say they like to put my videos on and just ignore them and leave them on as background noise. I'm okay being background noise. I'm pretty obnoxious background noise though, I think, but whatever. Whatever floats your boat, weirdo. There we go. Okay, tape those down there, and then we're supposed to tape these across here, and we'll probably want to like flatten that out as much as possible, but not too much. But we want to have clearance for the floor to fit in. Oh, forget it. I'm getting real tape. I'll be right back. Okay, so we've got our wires taped down here and coming out here between these little screw bosses. And we're gonna kind of tip the car over on its side. And no, we're not. Nope, I'm getting ahead of myself. We gotta put, oh boy, oh dear. We've got to put the body into the car, and I don't have a usable power lead to power it with 5 volts right now. Interesting. I'll be back. Problem solved-ish. I just cut the wire leads off of the kit supplied, battery pack power cord, and I'll just use these temporarily to power the beast for the testing phase, and then I'm gonna tear it all apart and redo all the wiring. So that should be fun. Let's get the body. I mean the interior, the body. Oh boy, that thing's like a whale carcass. It is massive. It is just flippin' huge. Okay. All right. I don't know what we're doing here. Okay. So now what we've got to do. Now we've got to fish the steering shaft through that hole and keep all these wires up here. I'm gonna get that out of the way. All these wires have to stay up here, and we're gonna go in. We're gonna go in. Oh, no! And you want to make sure. This is yeah, it's tricky. You want to get the steering shaft through this little guy here, and basically, I think if we push up from underneath, there we go. Oh, jeez, it's like I've done this before. And then we can kind of, let's just get these power cables out of the way. Okay, and she's down, okay. Oh boy, that was fun. Not. Okay, some screws, a little mouse out of the way here. All right, leftover tape backing. We're gonna, oopsie daisy. Oh my, oh boy, yeah, lifting that, I think a fart came out. And what we're supposed to do is take all of these wires and tuck them between these 2 posts that you can't see here because my workbench isn't big enough. These 2 posts here, and then clamp them down with that black plastic bar, okay, with 2 IP screws. I'm going to forego that step for now, because like I said, I'm just going to rip it back apart again. Oh, boy. But, okay, we're in a good spot here. Our speaker's connected. We have our power leads here ready to go to our power supply. And now we've trapped our cables a little bit. Hold on. One moment, please. Oh, dear. Ian. Well, you advertise as the dumbest YouTube channel. Don't disappoint anybody. Yes, sir. Understood, sir. And we're going to plug in all the letters to their corresponding letters here. Now, we won't have all of them, but we'll have some of them. And we're going to get these plugged in, and we'll be right back. Okay. So we got 5 volts, and I set it to a maximum of 300 milliamps of output. Fairly close to, an average load on a AA battery. And I have her powered on, and if we hit this little button here, we can see, oh my God, the dashboard lights up. Yes. Oh, for God's sake. And then some of these buttons don't do anything just yet. What do we got? Does this do anything? No. This one. So that's the engine sounds. I don't think that's anything. We got a button here. Got the horn. Even though the horn on the steering wheel isn't attached yet. We got this button doesn't do anything for now. Oh! She's alive! That's so cool! That is so badass. 1, 2, 3. Is this a button? I forget. Is that a button? No. But we got that. So yeah, so our dashboard lights up, and it looks pretty good. It's a little tiny bit hot spotty, but it's a nice warm white glow. And the sound of a rough idling 390 Cadillac V8 that Ray tuned up while drinking beer and smoking cigarettes. There we go. Very nice. Okay, so I think we are officially done with 65. All these wires, they all have little labels with letters on them, and also the colors of the wires all matched up perfectly. So I could fairly confidently say that even an idiot like me could get this done. There's that. So that's 65. 66, which I've already sliced open. Remember when my computer crashed? Yeah, I accidentally opened 66 first. This is going to be a whole bunch of stuff for going back here, including a lot of door switches. So let's get, these are all going to get plugged in the same way. They have all the letter labels and whatnot. So I'm going to get these all plugged in, and we're going to test these out. Let me turn off the main power. Okay, so I was running 5 volts into this. I think AA supply 4.5 volts, but most of the aftermarket power supplies that people are going to be using are 5 volt power supplies. So I wanted to make sure everyone knew it was safe. See, 5 volts, okay? So that way, it's fine. It's fine. Don't put 9 volts through it. Ask me how I know from a friend. You're probably watching, buddy. Either way, I'll be right back with these letters plugged into these letters, and we'll see what happens. We've got a whole bunch of these little door switches, so when they open, they activate the dome light in the car, which is pretty cool. And the dome light's in here, I believe, or multiple dome lights, so that's going to be badass. We'll be right back. Okay, everything's plugged in. Some of them went up front, some of them went in the back. So we got 2 door switches that went up front, 3 harnesses that went up front, and 3 door switches and 2 harnesses that went out back. Not to the steakhouse. And we're going to turn on our 5 volts. You'll immediately see these 2 lights light up, because those are the dome lights for the doors. So now, if we gather all of our dome lights together in a little dome light family photo, okay, and we somehow manage to do this. Okay, we're gonna push all the switches down, and the dome lights go off. Up, off. There we go. So if any one, so we can close these three and the lights stay on. We can close these two, lights stay on. Basically, if any one is open, it'll activate the dome lights. So these dome lights are always going to be on. And they're a beautiful warm white. They're not a cool white, so they're going to be really nice and period. Oh, that was the text of doom. The wife's like, when are you coming upstairs? It's getting late. And then we got our red lights here, and I think if we push our brake pedal, yes. Those are our brake lights for those beautiful bullet tail lights. Oh, I love the 59 Caddy design. I love Ecto-1. And then we've got these lights, and I'm not sure. Oh, headlights. There we go. And maybe these are the headlights because they went on with the headlight knob on the dashboard, and they are a cool white. Now, this is a mildly controversial thing, and I'm honestly on the fence still. A lot of people are like, it should be headlights on a 59 Caddy, even in 1984, should be very warm white. But for some reason, when I rewatch the HD footage of Ecto coming out of the firehouse on the first call, when Janine hits the button and goes, "We got one!" They honestly looked like a more of not an HID, not a modern like LED or HID, but they did have a bit more of a Sylvania halogen, like a Silver Star almost, like a high-end halogen bulb. They did have, there were a brighter white than a warm white. You know, it's weird. I don't know. And in the afterlife, they had the lower fogs turned on, and those were very warm white, practically yellow. So I may just leave these be. I'm going to have a mild yet heated debate with some of my fellow Ecto-1 builders and nerdy friends in the Hobby Time Modelers Discord over the cool white versus warm white Ecto-1, and I'm going to make everybody watch that damn clip over and over coming out of the firehouse. But either way, thank you for staying so long for this ridiculously complex part of the build, which actually isn't that hard. I have been your fellow neighborhood friendly idiot Pitstain. I'll see you next time. Thanks for coming. Check out the links below to Fanhome and to my Amazon page. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever. You know, the doobly-doo. Thanks for coming, everybody. Adios.